anything
So
you
what
want
about?
to ask related to this topic?
Yeah. I was I, मैं पूछने वाला था. How to say in English?
Okay, I was about to ask.
Me, where you I will be.
Yeah. First thing I would like to know, like, how was your day?
Yeah, my day
Can
went
you tell
well.
me?
That's so good of you.
Yeah.
So, if you will ask something like if someone great on a great someone who is on a great position asks something, any advice to you, like suppose a president or a prime minister asks something, you would like to give advice to them. On which topic will you like to give them advice?
So it depends on the what kind of advice, what kind of the circumstances. Like according to the context, I would give advice, right? So you
Okay, so
can
if
give me.
we talk about India, do you know the situations in India? Are you aware of them?
Yeah, like yes. I in yeah. So in if you talk about like India, so we are struggling about the education system. So I think in India, like we should make you know uh, government school. We should convert in English school. So I would give
Yes, yes,
this
you're
advice,
right.
and and in all private school, all English private school, I would give advice to them like don't take fees when when a student move one class to another class, so they take fees. Yeah, so admission charge they take, and when the student move one class to another class. So I would say I would give exam. I would give to in our government that advice. So please stop this thing, because this is a very because the people the common person who are middle class background, they are facing this kind of problem. Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes. Because
I
it's
would give
too
you this
much.
advice
It's too
to.
much in amount also.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, okay. So you want that all the government schools which are Hindi medium or any regional language medium should convert to CBSE or any English medium schools.
Yes, absolutely. And all private
So what
advice,
would be the
all private
advantage of
school.
these kind of schools?
Yeah. So no, what did you say again? Could you come again?
So if every school is CBSE or ICSE, suppose English medium, then what would be the advantage of these
Uh,
schools?
okay, this school. So they have advantage like they have advantage there on like they would give a good facility to the student, and then after they would also like they would make another school, and then after they can take advantage maybe. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay, you're right. So anything, when we are in school time, then we are not
Mm.
given certain advices which we need. But when we grow up, then we feel that we must have got those advices, or we should have got those advices in that time.
Mm.
Is there
Yes.
something you feel in your life that you should have learned in the school time, but you have not learned?
Uh, Something I have I think I have learned. Could you elaborate your question little bit?
Yes, I said that there are some things which we wish that we could have learned in school, some
Okay.
advices or some life
Yes.
lessons. So, are there any life
Yes.
lessons which you think that you should have learned in school but you have not learned them yet?
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think in a school time, like my friends they're good and they were good at that time. Like they were focused about the study. At that time, I didn't focus too much in a study part, and yeah, and in like in tuition, in when I where I used to go tuition, there also, my teacher, they used to say always like, Sahid, you have to like you have to focus about your study.
Okay.
So at that time I should not I didn't focus, and I was like I was very bad student at that time, I think. So yeah,
Okay.
bad means I was weak. I mean to say, yeah,
Okay. We get studies.
yeah, weak. I was weak, weak studies. Yeah.
Okay. So you think
So
that if you would have listened that time, then you must have improved this time.
absolutely, absolutely. If I should, if at that time I listen this thing, so obviously, like my English, I'm not facing this kind of problem like while speaking English.
Yes.
If
Yes.
I
Yes.
focus at that time, like my teacher, one of my teacher. Uh, she used to say always like, Sahid, you have to learn English language anyhow, and she used to teach
Yes.
me at that time also. But I don't know, I didn't get at that time. She used to teach tenses part and singular plural when I was, I think, teenager at that time. So
Okay.
I don't know, at that time I didn't get it. Yeah, so that's why now that thing, because now I have a time, and I have like this thing,
Yes.
curiosity to learn English language also, and
Yes.
that
Now you
thing
want to
also
learn
came.
those things.
Yeah, and that thing, when what my teacher used to say always, so that thing also came in my mind. That thing also come in my mind, and my mom also she used to say at that time. Yeah.
Okay. So these things are you are coping up now.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So what is the best advice you have got in life about life till now,
Till
if
now,
you
I
remember?
think, yeah, yeah, absolutely. So far, I got one advice like, don't expect, anything from anyone. So far, I
Okay.
got that advice, and I think it is totally true, and it helped me a lot also. Yes, this is a
Who gave
so
you this
far.
advice?
Actually, this advice nobody, I think, giving me, but I have heard it. I was watching one video, and that video, I
Okay.
think there's some interviews going on. So I watched there uh, that advice. Yeah,
Okay. So you took that advice from some video or some like, drama or some clip, you can say.
absolutely, yes. And so far, like in my
Okay.
friend, and I don't remember any advice from my friend side or any somewhere. Yeah.
Anything
So
you
what
want
about?
to ask related to this topic?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was. I, मैं पूछने वाला था. How to say in English?
Okay, I was about to ask.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Yeah, I was about to ask you,
Okay.
like first thing I would like to know, like okay, let me think. I have forgot.
Okay, okay,
Uh,
sure, for sure.
so yeah, so advice, today's topic advice. So yeah, so like uh, when you talk with your friends, like when you're in your friend circle, when you talk each other,
Yes.
so at that time, would you give any advice to anyone?
Yes, but I only prefer to give advice to those who listen and who follow.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise,
So
I'm open for everyone. If anyone comes to ask me anything, I always tell them.
you always tell them, but so you like suppose in your class, okay, and you are sitting in the class, and suppose your friend, they are like they are doing fun, okay, and at that time, like maybe your class teacher would come in your class teacher would come in the class, okay, so like at that time
Yes, yes.
would you give advice to him or her, like, okay, pay attention and something like that? teacher would come.
I
Yeah.
will just tell them one or two times. I will say them one or two times. If they won't listen, then I will mind my own business. That's all we can do.
So you don't like too much give advice. Like if someone listens, okay, then after you will not
Yes,
give
I
advice.
only give advice to those who value it.
Yes, absolutely. And so I also
Yes.
want to know about you, sir. So far, did you get any best advice?
See, I heard or wrote, I read something from somewhere. It was a simple line of 4 words, and then I made it the motto of my life. It was
Okay.
live and let live. Simple.
Uh, could you come again? Leave?
Live and let live.
Okay. What does mean?
Means just do what you are about to do, or do what you are supposed to do, and let others do what they want to do. Just don't go and poke everywhere. Just go and don't go and interfere everywhere.
Okay. So like means like just just live in your world. Don't interfere another world. Like
Yes, yes, yes.
think about
Yes,
your
don't
world
interfere
only.
other lives,
Okay.
and don't let anyone interfere your life.
Yes, yes. All right, all right. Yeah, that is also good.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like yeah, it is also good thing. Like uh, we should not give anyone advice like who, and that is also not good,
Who
I
don't
think, because
value
it
us?
who
Yes.
don't value
Who
us.
don't
And
value us?
sometimes,
It's waste.
yeah, if someone come to you and they ask you, at that time you can give advice to them, but
Yes.
but in there's no any like they don't come with you and you are just giving your advice. Okay, do this thing, do that thing. So
Yes.
it is a
Yes.
like unnecessary thing. Yeah.
Yes. That's why I don't like to do this thing. I don't poke in anyone's life if they don't bother.
Okay. All right.